What's up, all you tiny action figure loving dudes and dudettes? ToyShiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys another fresh look, courtesy of my friends over at Super Impulse. We are totally checking out their brand new world's smallest action figures, and these are very cool, very interesting. I have been looking for these for quite some time, ever since around Easter Sunday of this past year, 2020. I was told they were in, the seasonal aisle, for Easter Sunday at Target. Then they're on end caps. I've seen their Super Soaker items before, their board game stuff. But now we're getting into He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, which is awesome. Power Rangers, which you can get every single Ranger, G.I. Joe even. And one of my favorites, of course, they have the Transformers. Now, in talking with Super Impulse, I was like, hey, look, I can't find these, you know what I mean? So they were really nice. They sent over a sampling of them. But lo and behold, a couple days later, I was at Target looking for some of them NECA stuff and did a beeline right through like the returns, the cashier kind of aisle, and just glimpsed down the aisle that has all the baseball cards, Pokemon cards, and all that. It's at the front of the store, right? You know where this is. And lo and behold, they were at the top. There was a ton of them. So I was able to pick up a few more, including Starscream, He-Man. I hadn't gotten any of the He-Man, so that was really cool to see. So very stoked to finally know and understand where these were, because it's really not clear, and no one really seemed to know where to kind of find them at. So yeah, this is fantastic. Also, shout out, because I did a post on Instagram, MCU Collector 24 and Nostalgic Adam. They were in the stores right when I had posted. They went right there. They found them, no problem. So it looks like every single Target store should have them in some way, shape, or form there. So I'm stoked to help you out. I'm glad I can find them. I'm still looking for a few more. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice, teeny tiny cup of coffee. This is a look at the Super Impulse world's smallest action figure line: He-Man, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, and Transformers. And here's the teeny tiny action figure packages out of their packages, and yes, they are every bit as teeny tiny as you can see on the back. Really cool, kind of sort of recreates all the action figure goodness in these little minute sizes. You get to see, like, collect them all the ones that are listed, micro action figures. So very cool. They even have little mock-up barcodes, for that little extra touch. The He-Man and the Optimus Prime, man, are just fantastic. The Power Rangers, the G.I. Joe, they're awesome. They're all awesome. You know what I mean? You just kind of gravitate towards the ones you absolutely know. But I really got no problems with like these at all. They're little just representations of the action figures we love to collect. I mean, you can see how tiny they are. First and foremost, you get a really nice plastic case, right? So this is hard plastic. It's clear, so you can see the figure. The back will show you everything. It's got some old artwork to it. This is stickers right here. This undoes, so you can kind of pull this element out. So you simply just pull the tab. It has a little baggie. Some action figures come with weapons. Others, and most, come with stands and weapons. So that's actually pretty cool. You get the little tiny blister card, and then you get a little tiny Starscream. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting. It's great paint on all these, too. I got to give them that for being as small as they are. Some will have at least 3 points of articulation. So for Starscream here, his arms go up and down. Nothing at the legs. And then you can rotate his head. Good luck trying to get... Try to just move it with my finger. There we go. We have movement there. So minute articulation. But at the same time, I mean, that's pretty good for being what? Like the size of like an inch, barely an inch kind of thing. So you get these stands as well. It has a little peg hole on the bottom of his foot, and they all do. And you got yourself a teeny tiny Starscream Transformer. You can display him next to the actual packaging, which I think is a really neat idea. And let's say this, the best part about it, which, this was with all action figures sometimes, being also the awesome packaging that we've been getting lately, but you just kind of put it all back in. You could put Starscream right there, back in the blister, and that's where this whole thing kind of just works to your benefit. It's kind of a learning curve. It'll fit in there eventually, but just one thing to point out, be careful. You don't want to strip the artwork. They are stickers that are attached to the plastic pieces, so some of them, in some cases that I opened, you don't really want to pull too hard, or you just want to take notice because you don't want to take the sticker with it and peel it or ruin it in some capacity. But How great is that? It goes right back in. When I'm talking about weapons here, see, this is what I mean. Like, you gotta be super, super careful with these in terms of He-Man, just because it's just absolutely perfect. And I'll be having a look at the new Mattel Classics He-Man Origin figures coming soon, just FYI. But in the meantime, look how tiny this He-Man knife is. That is wild. That is, if you drop that, it's gone. So if you're just telling you got the power sword, you got He-Man's little shield, right? So that's, and the paint on him, I told you, it's perfect. It's absolutely cool. He holds the sword, he holds his shield. He has also 3 points of articulation on him. So that's just, I love it. I love that they put in so much time and detail and thought into these that they can be displayed in so many different ways, which is just so much fun. You know what I mean? I have the figures holding them, whatnot, but just highly recommend these. And this is what I mean when you have a sampling Optimus Prime, He-Man, Power Rangers, to display them in front of their larger counterparts is just something very, very cool. Your action figures can have action figures, and for those of you into photography or just a funny photo here and there, I mean, the possibilities are limitless at this point, and I would love to see where they kind of take this, play sets, what have you. You know, you can imagine the Blue Ranger, you know what I mean, Power Ranger fighting his Transformers, He-Man looking on. So again, the photos alone are really where this has the most value. It's just a lot of fun. You know, you could have Eternian Craigslist, you know what I mean, trading the Havoc staff for a mint He-Man, even Jay and Silent Bob, who actually, the new Diamond Select figures got their own action figures. You can have Silent Bob holding the new G.I. Joe, Jay, of course, going after the Pink Ranger. So again, it's a lot of fun. Swap them out, trade them. Just, these are very cool. And just FYI, Ninja Turtles are up next on the docket. And Super Impulse, I'm just saying, if and when you want to continue with more of these, the lines that I have here would be fantastic. Real Ghostbusters, Spawn, Marvel, Ghost Rider, Aliens, Star Wars. I mean, you would drive people wild. These are fantastic. These need to be more out there and readily, easily able to find. It's taken me forever to find these, so I hope that you guys, you know, can start to find them now, where you have even an inclination of where to look. And really, that's going to do it. I love these things. They are so much fun. They're relatively inexpensive. I really like, what are they, $4.99 I think each at Target. That's where I found them. So I recommend getting them from there if you can find them. And I'm curious to know what you guys think. Do you have any of these? Have you found them before? Which properties would you like to see them tackle next? I mean, you got mostly Hasbro and Mattel. G.I. Joe, of course, is very popular right now. You have Transformers G1 style, which is amazing. I'm glad that they went that route. Power Rangers, even more with the Hasbro Lightning Collection. It's just, I'm stoked on these. And the best part is that you could take them out and reseal them back, and you're not breaking anything and tearing anything, ripping anything. They've thought of everything. So I am curious to know what you guys think. Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk everything Super Impulse's world's smallest action figures. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, when your action figures tell you it's not the size that counts, well, they're lying. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.